start off the show by saying good morning to everybody. Hope everybody had a good week. And I know we have a lot of baseball fans here at Pike State. I'm going to give the standings of the high school baseball game. Right now, East Hamilton's in first place. They're 6-0. And Bradley High School is right behind them, 3-1. Saudi Daisy follows them. And then Udawal, Cleveland High School's in 1, 2, 3, 4. Cleveland High School's in about 5th place. And Walker Valley's in the cellar. They're in last place. And I think we're going to broadcast the Bradley game for Monday and Tuesday.
That'd be good.
And,
be good to listen to.
But right now, East Hamilton's in first place. Bradley High School's following them in second. And Cleveland High School's in fifth, and so on. And Walker Valley's in the cellar. And I think it's a little bit too early to talk about Major League Baseball because they just started. The Braves got beat, I heard, the other day. So it's just too early to talk about Major League Baseball right now.
A little early, ain't it, Bud?
Yeah, they just started. And, Pike State, do you ever go to that Habitat Humanity? Anyway.
Yeah, I've been there, yeah.
Anyway, they got their sale. This is the last day of it, Pike State. It's a March Madness sale. It's been March 27th and 30th. It's open today from 9 to 5. And everything in there is 15% off. And plus, you can enter your name to win a raffle. You can win a $20 gift card in the store if you enter. But anyway, it's going on Grove Avenue. That's behind the shell. Up there, it's behind the shell. And Habitat Humanity store, everything in there is 15% off. They're doing a March Madness sale up there. And Grove Avenue, everybody knows where Grove Avenue is, right behind the shell.
Yeah.
And that's where we used to have a walk-in theater up there, too, at Pike City back in the day.
Oh, yeah, and Starview's up there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was over to the left of it.
Oh.
And anyway, the March Madness sale's going on. And so everybody's going there. And today's the last day you can do it. They're there till 9 to 5 today. So go in there and enter your name. You might win a $20 gift card to use in the store.
That'd be good.
What have you been doing, Pike State?
Well, we've just been working and, just keeping things going. Bullet, I did want to talk about the Person of the Year, Gary Farlow, with the Chamber of Commerce.
I see that.
Yeah. What did you think about that? He gets the community's first nod.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Gary Farlow, too.
Is he the first one that's won that? I think he is, isn't he?
I think, yes, community's first award on Thursday night.
My old buddy Mary Rowland was there, wasn't it?
Yes, he was. You can't beat Mary Rowland.
I know.
And, of course, Mayor Brooks is wonderful, too.
Yeah, we do have a new mayor in Bradley County, Mayor Brooks. I actually met him, Pike State. Him and Eric Watson come and gave me a flag for the cemetery.
Oh, yeah, good man.
Yeah, they did.
Good man here. Also, I've got a special guest calling in here at 10:30, about 20 minutes from now. His name is Gary Keller. And he's with JD Motorsports. He's a part owner of JD Motorsports. And he'll be calling in at 10:30, and he's going to talk about Ross Chastain, drives the number 4 car for them. He's also driving, I think it's number 10 in the Xfinity, I think it is. We'll be talking to him a little bit about this stuff, but boy, next week we're going to have another good one. We've had him on the show, on the Whoop on Wheels show before. This is not Whoop on Wheels. This is called Saturday Mornings, but we're throwing a little racing in it every now and then, too.
It's all right.
Like you said.
Yeah, it's all right, though. If people have been hearing our Daniel Brandon talk about our show, he says he don't know what we're going to talk about. He said just have to tune in and find out. That's just the way our show is. We don't know what we're going to talk about either on each every Saturday.
Never know, do we?
No, we don't.
But you never know if we're going to put something in.
For Pike State, I don't know if you was in Cleveland here in 1961 or not.
No.
Well, I was living here then, and I don't know if you remember that. Well, of course you don't remember, but anyway, they had a big clock up at the old courthouse, and it actually fell. 1961, they had a big clock up on the old courthouse, and it fell down. And somebody said they thought it was a big airplane crash up there. That thing weighed 500 pounds, and it fell apart. I think I remember it a little bit. I was just too young then, but it fell apart the old Bradley courthouse. And it was around Saturday, around 3 p.m., 1961, when it fell up there.
Yeah.
And I remember the old courthouse, there used to be a big clock, and that thing fell.
Yeah, I was only 5-year-old then.
Man,
I'm telling my age. I was 5-year-old, so I wouldn't remember.
Imagine if it had fell on somebody.
Oh, it's been bad.
Anyway, it fell, and I think I forgot when they tore our courthouse down and built a new one. I can't. I'd have to do research on that. But I do remember the old courthouse, Vice Eddie. My uncle played checkers. He was a checker king. They used to have a basement in the old courthouse. He played checkers, and nobody could beat him. He played by the book. My Uncle Chester, nobody could beat him playing checkers.
Yeah?
And, they used to get up around. You used to go by there and you saw men whittling around up there, whittling stuff out of sticks, stuff like that. And you don't see them doing it anymore. But
I know it.
That's back then. Older than that. Now, there's courthouses like that. It's in Scottsboro, Alabama. I'm thinking about going down there. I'm going to take my brother to visit my mother's grave. And Scottsboro, Alabama, they still got the same courthouse. It kind of reminds me of Bradley County Courthouse, but anyway, I thought that was interesting. It was in history of Cleveland, and I remember the old clock up there. They said it was quite a bang when that thing fell down. Just imagine if somebody had been under it.
Oh, they'd been in trouble for sure.
It would kill somebody.
Oh, definitely would. Yeah.
And but anyway, that's a little bit of history right there. I'm going to try to find out for the show next week. I'm going to try to find out when we tore down the old courthouse and built a new one. Me and my brother seen the Cisco Kid up here at the old.
Is that right?
Yeah, he came up there with his horse, and that he gave me an signed autograph of the Cisco Kid. I think that was around 60 or 61.
Wow.
And up at the old courthouse.
Poncho too, I guess.
I don't know if Poncho was there or not. I don't remember. Now my brother remembers when Alan Jones brought the Wally and Leave It to Beaver here in Cleveland.
Is that right?
Yeah, Alan Jones. Alan Jones brought him here, flew him in here. He won't talk on that.
Oh, well.
No, he would.
You can't get him to talk on the air here, Paul, but he's a good man here. That's Bullett's brother.
But anyway, I think Alan Jones brought him here. Everybody remembers Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
Beaver, and Eddie Haskell was down here too with him. Somebody said Eddie Haskell was a THP in California.
That I don't know.
The Tennessee Highway Patrol. Anyway, I kind of remember when he brought him here. Leave It to Beaver, Wally, and Eddie Haskell. It's been quite a. How many years ago has that been? About 6 years. It's been 6 years ago.
That's what
Paul said. Yeah. But I tell you what, we've had a lot of. But anyway, the Cisco Kid, it was 61 when he was here, though.
61.
Yeah, it's around that. Well, it had
that's the time the clock fell at the courthouse. You said
it could have been 6 months after or before, but it was around that time. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if my daddy-in-law remembers the clock falling or not. He listened to the show last week.
You need to ask him.
And he'll let me know.
Yeah, because
if he heard it.
I'll think about it.
Heard the show.
It was in the paper of Today in History. I bet it's in your paper, Today in History. It was right when you turn the front page, it's right over it'll pass it. That's Today in History. I think it was 1961. When not unless I misread it, but I'll tell you what, that was they said it was a bang, and I don't know. I don't know if we used it again or not. I doubt it. It probably tore it all to pieces.
Yeah.
But we used to have a big clock set up in the old courthouse.
Today in History.
Yeah, it's 1961, I believe, when it was.
That's what I'm looking for here.
It was. But it was. It was quite an ordeal back then, and I guess I was about 11 or 12 years old. I don't know. That was, let's see, 61 when Brady won the state championship, wasn't it? I think 61 when Brady won the state championship.
Yeah.
Brady High School won. And
a little bit before my time there, Bullet.
Anyway, I just thought that'd be.
I didn't move to Cleveland to '83.
Okay. You was just you'd been just a youngster anyway, wouldn't you?
Well, not really. I mean,
Probably say, I meant to say this. Bradley High School is having their high school reunion of 50 years. The 69 class, they're going to have it May 18th from 5 to 10 p.m. It's going to be at the barn on Hickory Hills, Old Charleston Road. And I'll give you a number here in a minute. I think the cost is $30 per person. And if anybody's interested in that, they're going to have their 50-year reunion, 69 class of Bradley High School. The phone number is 650-9035. That's 650-9035. And the class of 69. I'm trying to think of people.
Class of 69.
I don't know if I knew him, though. I had Mitchell Michael Chris graduated in 68, I believe, from Bradley High School. I used to go to school with them. I don't know who would turn 69.
I was class 74, so been a while.
But I usually try to help them out and say that it's May 18th, and it's the barn at Old Hickory Hills, Old Charleston Road. We're gonna have it.
Yeah, I know where that's at.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, the barn. Yeah, Old Hickory Hills.
That's where we're gonna have it.
And our show is sponsored by Hardee's. You need to go down to Hardee's. We got Hardee's everywhere. Spring Place Road, Blue Springs Road, Key Street, 25th Street. Where's some more at there, Bullet? And they got that thick burger, and they got them chicken tenders that Paul loves. And
there's the Hardee's down. Me and my brother he had one up here up on Key Street, and you do have one on 25th Street, and there's one over on the bypass, I believe.
Yeah,
one on Spring Place Road.
Yeah, they got them biscuits and gravy, and chicken biscuit, steak biscuit,
and they have one on Blue Springs Road too.
Oh, yeah.
I like the one on Key Street.
Good eats there with J&S Restaurants.
Yeah, I like the one on Key Street myself. I get to see some old Jerry Frazier's always there every morning, and I get to see a lot of people that I know at the one on Key Street.
Yeah, they don't have a liar's table at the Hardee's.
No, they don't. Well, I
think they do down on Key Street.
You could say they got a liar's table there because old Randy Fox and Jerry Frazier's are almost every morning. So I guess what they're saying. I'd say half of it's not the truth, but no, I guess you could say they do have a liar's table there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do, and they do up there at
Old Fort.
Old Fort. Yeah, I started calling it Cherokee, but it's not Cherokee.
If I say when I was on the Mark Grissom show, Mark in the morning, Mark sent me up there one time to Old Fort. He wanted me to go up there and get somebody to call in on the show, and I couldn't get nobody to call in. And Mark said, "Don't come back unless you get somebody on that show." So I told him, I said, well, he told me not to come back, but I'm get somebody. Somebody had to call in. Oh, Mark, you know how Mark Grissom was.
Yeah.
He told me not to come back unless I got somebody to call in.
Did somebody call in?
Yeah, I stayed there until they did.
Well, yeah, you had to. Also, I want to talk a minute, Bullet, about Village Bake Shop. Teresa Gilbert got some of the best pastries around this town here. It's Village Bake Shop.
I'll tell you what, if you got a sweetness or, this is what I like about Village Bake Shop, Pastor Eddie. No matter what occasion it is, they can bake a cake for weddings, football games, birthdays, any kind of thing you're having. Go over and talk to, I call
Teresa over. Tea cookie?
Yeah, tea cookie. Go over and they can fix you a cake no matter what you want to fix.
Oh, she's over making cakes right now, doing cakes. I mean, I noticed when I was over there, the cakes, the icing was so smooth across them cakes, and they've got something big going to happen. That's why they're over making a bunch of cakes. I don't know if it's a wedding or what, but
I'll tell you what,
looks good to me.
I'll tell you what,
good for my sugar too.
Yeah, well, the person you can eat sensibly, I guess. What I'm trying to say, but it's just hard to avoid that. I like them little, what you call them, little finger cookies.
Yeah, tea cookies.
Yeah, they got a little drop of ice in the center of them.
Yeah, and their number is 476-5179. Yeah, I got glasses and it's still hard to read.
Well, that's the same way I am.
I can't see good.
No.
I don't know. It's dark in here, but
I'll check them here in a minute.
Anyway, we're going to take another quick break, and I'll play the Village Bake Shop and a few others here. So we'll be right back.
Yeah, you looking for something sweet? I know you are. Bring your little sweet self to the Village Bake Shop. Around since 1961. There ain't a baked good in the galaxy. The Village Bake Shop can't whip up for you. So when you're ready to treat your mouth to a taste you won't soon forget, get over to the Village Bake Shop in the Village Green Town Center. Or give them a call at 476-5179. You dig?
Matthews Pool and Spa Company, located in Cleveland, Bradley County for over 45 years. You know them. They're your new swimming pool construction and supply company in Cleveland, Tennessee, now with 4 generations of Matthews to serve you. Matthews Pool and Spa Company, for over 45 years, your swimming pool construction and supply company, spa or hot tub installation and maintenance. Get all of your supplies for your pool or spa right now. That's the new location in the old Quinn Electric Company building behind KFC at 2724 Keith Street in Cleveland. Call Matthews now, 476-4521. You better get your order in now for your new pool construction for this spring and summer. 476-4521. Matthews Pool and Spa Company. Gonna jump in. Woo!
No dealers allowed.
Jackson Catnapper, family owned and operated in Cleveland since 1933, offering the best with over 70 styles of recliners, sofas, electronic lift chairs, full living room packages. Call Mike now at 961-7239 because Jackson Catnapper now offers sales to the public
Every Saturday. That's right. Every Saturday.
from 8 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. Or call Mike at 961-7239 or go see him
Every Saturday.
at 1911 King Edward Avenue, just across from the main plant. Jackson Catnapper, family owned and operated in Cleveland since 1933. 961-7239.
No dealers allowed.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead there, Bullet.
Ever had love as sweet as mine?
We were poor when I was a young. I don't remember ever going hungry. Daddy made sure we didn't do without.
My love,
I went to school with some of these fellas. They had... Okay, we got a little problem there, but we're going to be all right here. Let's see here, Bullet. I just now received something from Gary Keller. He'll be calling in. He's all good. He's ready to go here when he calls, so
Well, let me try this again.
we'll take it. We're going to try this one more time here, and we'll be right back.
sweet as my love. For nowhere in the world could there be a boy as true as you love. Oh, my love, I give gladly to you all your love. You give gladly to me. Tell me why then? Why should it be that we got
Hey business, we get it. You know advertising is important, but your to-do list is forever growing. What results? So Google's smart campaigns are here to help.
We've gone mad in March at Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland. And during the spring sales event, we've gone mad reducing prices. Drive a new 2018 Jeep Renegade starting at $17,500 or $16,000 total savings on new 2019 Ram 1500s. Hurry, offers end soon.
All right, we'll go back here just for a few minutes here. We got a caller going to call in here about 3 minutes. Gary, if you hear us, which I'm sure you do, or I hope, go ahead and call us.
So that's what I get Pastor Dave for trying to put so many songs up on there, because, you know, I had about 10 songs on this thing, and you don't need to be, I'm not going to do that anymore, put that many on here, because you can get confused.
It don't take much to get us confused anyway.
No, I don't.
We're confused anyway.
I was actually born confused, but anyway, we did have a caller a while ago, Old Mystery Man.
Old Mystery, yeah, he's good.
You know how I met him, Pastor? Remember that chocolate walk had up here at the Greenway?
Yeah.
He come in and ride the motorcycle up there, and he introduced himself to me. He knew me, but I didn't know him. And he was a mystery to me for about 7 years. Finally, I got to meet the guy, and he comes to the cemetery sometimes.
He was a mystery then.
Yeah, he is a mystery.
I've never met Mystery either. I've talked to him a lot. But he's going to be a mystery to me, too.
Well, maybe one of these days he'll introduce himself to you, but I know him. I met him, and he comes to the cemetery sometime. And Mystery's a good guy.
What kind of motorcycle did he have?
I think he's got a big Harley.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm going to get this song for him here in a little bit.
Yeah, he's got a song he's wanting to hear.
I will. I'll pull it up for him in a little bit. And,
we ain't going to be able to play it right now because we've got a caller here. Hang on here. Go ahead, caller. You're live on Saturday mornings.
Hello?
Hello?
Gary Keller.
Hey, Gary. How are you, buddy?
Good, how are you? You guys are a little bit foggy with it. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you good. So we're foggy, huh?
Yeah, let me try calling you. Can I try calling you right back?
Sure you can.
Okay, thank you.
Call me right back. All right, he says we're foggy.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's set good here.
Maybe it's just his phone.
Go ahead, caller. You live on the Saturday mornings.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yeah, do we sound any better? No?
Yeah, you're, I guess, repeating itself a little bit, but we'll get through this, so fine.
Okay, yeah, we'll get it one way or another. We'll get through it. That should be better right there. I just cut another button off.
That's it. That's it, Eddie.
That was it. Okay. Gary is, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell the audience about you now.
Well, Gary Keller's my name. I've been involved in NASCAR since 2001.
Whoop FM is a non-profit community radio station that is made possible.
I don't understand why that kicked on, but it did. The computer has a mind of its own here.
Oh, yeah, probably because it's wanting us to donate money.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Anyway, I got started in the ARCA series. I ran one ARCA race. Back in 2001, we rented a Kentucky Speedway. I went and bought a car from the Wood Brothers. Spent $40,000 for the car. I rented a motor from Mark Smith at the time for Pro Motor. Mark and I became very good friends. Anyway, make a long story short, I probably had about $62,000 into the race car. Went to the ARCA race. We were winning a race with a guy by the name of Willie Green, who's out of Kentucky. Frank Kimmel spun him with 2 laps left. Ended up finishing 8th. So I'm thinking, well, I'm going to go to the trailer and I'm probably going to get $20,000 for 8th place or whatever, you know, and I got to get an envelope from the market boys. And I opened up the envelope. It was $1,100. So
wow,
that was the end of my auction career. One race and out. And I kind of stayed away from NASCAR for a little bit, and then Mark called me back. I got involved in the NASCAR Craft and Truck Series at the time, and had a guy by the name of Tim Saunders that drove for him, which was Johnny's older brother, who probably, Tim, in my opinion, was probably more talented than Johnny's ever been. But, there's a lot of drivers, as you well know, that go by the wayside that are excellent drivers but never really have the golden opportunity, and this was a classic example. So then I left the Craft and Truck Series after about 14 races and several top 10s, and I got into the Busch Series at the time. And this was the good old days whenever after each Busch race, they would leave a case of beer on your hauler. Those were the good old days. That doesn't happen with NASCAR anymore because of a liability standpoint, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But, I fiddled around in the Busch Series for a while, and then ran into a string of bad luck of not making some races, and I pretty much jumped out of it. Hooked up with Derek Cope for a while, did a few things with Derek, and that really didn't go anywhere. And then approximately 5+ years ago, ran into Rusty and Mike Wallace, and they both told me, you need to come back into the sport. You're too good a guy. We want you to have you back in it. Well, of course, everybody wants you back in it if you're willing to write checks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So, Mike at the time was driving for Johnny Davis, and I had seen Johnny and met Johnny a couple times whenever his son was driving for him. And Johnny was always a struggling type guy, always came to the track, always worked his butt off. But I never really ever, got next to him to really have any kind of conversation. He was always running so hard. Anyway, he was a kind of a guy that started running a one-man team with Mike Wallace, and they were making races, but finishing, 20th and on back.
Yeah.
I came into the realm of at that point in time, my house had just gotten struck by lightning and burnt to the ground, so I had a little bit of insurance money, if you know what I mean. So I bought into Johnny's team for, I think, $250,000 at the time, and the rest is history. And now we are 5 years later. We run 4 teams in the Xfinity Series, and Johnny Davis and Gary Keller are pretty much the Rick Hendricks of the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, you guys, it takes a lot of money, don't it, Gary, to run that many teams in like you're doing, It
does, Fast Eddie, but you know what? We run a lot of metal down the road, but, Johnny and I are kind of like, we'll take $1 and we'll stretch it as far as we can.
Yeah.
It's just like, last night after the truck race, Johnny's out, trying to, wrestle up a couple sets of tires because, otherwise, you're going to have a $36,000 tire bill for 4 teams, and, it takes a lot of money.
Oh, yes. And what I wanted to talk to you about, one of the things was, I wanted to give you and Johnny praise over this. When I was doing the Whoop on Wheel show that we had, the racing show full-time, I had Morgan Shepherd as a full-time call-in. Every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock he'd call in. And when I seen last year, you all helped him on a couple of races, didn't you? Or
yeah.
I thought that was a wonderful thing from you guys.
Yeah, well, Morgan's one of the statues of NASCAR, and sometimes we stay involved in something that we probably shouldn't be staying involved in, and at this point in time, Morgan, at his age, he really doesn't have the skills to be able to compete like he should, and as much as I love seeing him out there, we worry about him a lot, but he still comes to the track and tries to make races, and if there's a low count and he can sneak in, we love to see it. But there's a guy that just loves to smell the fuel and still can't get it out of his system, so he still comes to the track. And the hardest thing in the world, one of the hardest things that I've ever seen, I guess getting off drugs would be one thing, but in a roundabout way, NASCAR is a drug. It's hard to walk away from.
Yeah. And that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. But Morgan's a great individual. He's been a great ambassador for the sport over the years. He was kind of like unrecognized because back in the day there were so many stars out of that group, and Morgan just probably didn't get his recognition the way I saw it.
I know it. He was real good when he drove the 21, for the Wood Brothers.
Of course,
back then.
He was. But what the heck, if I'm 74 years old or whatever age he is, if I can still do a lap around Daytona, I'll be happy,
Yeah, I would be too. No kidding.
I finally drove Daytona last year myself, and I was the fastest of the day of all the amateurs at 172.4, so I was very pleased with that. But driving around that track was just it was quite an experience.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you too, Gary. What is it like to go around Talladega, like you said, running like that, for you driving?
Yeah, well, I'm not in the best of shape, but I'm not in the worst of shape either, but I'm 65 years old. I mean, it was, you take a roller coaster ride and you multiply it probably by about 5.
Good, nice.
That's what you get. The G's that pushes against your body, number one, is fascinating. The changes that happen to your body when you're going that fast around Talladega or Daytona is really something else, and it goes so fast, and your eye-hand coordination, you get acclimated to that. Just like these drivers, it's just like a Sunday drive for those guys. I mean, they're going 200 plus mile an hour, and they're just, it's a Sunday drive for them. They bump each other, and in the bumpers you see sometimes on television, and it's no big deal to them.
Well, but it's dangerous. That is.
Well, of course it is. Aerodynamically, with these cars the way they are now, the way they're set up, they'll go flying. That's for sure at those speeds.
And they're built good these days, ain't they, Gary? For safety and stuff.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to get hurt into a piece of NASCAR equipment this day and age. Really, with with the way that they're built and they're aerodynamically designed to protect the driver, it's just very hard to get hurt, and which is a good thing because back in the day, of course, naturally, two things that affected NASCAR the way I've seen it more than anything has probably been, the day that Dale Earnhardt got killed, and then also a few months later you had 9/11.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty much hurt us. That's pretty much hurt the sport, in my opinion. Probably about 35 to 40%. And NASCAR at the time, they were going through some adjustments. I felt like they probably got into the common man's wallet a little bit too much. Those 4 or 5 years, it really hurt them through 06, 07. And I think people got to the point Fast Eddie where they said, well, what the heck, I can go down to Sam's and I'll buy me a 70-inch TV and I'll plaster it up on the wall and I'll have the boys over on Sunday and I'll buy 2 cases of beer and I'll buy 4 large pizzas and 20 wings and they sit at home and they watch the race now, instead of going to the track.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of that happened, and I just think, because listen, in my opinion, if Dale Sr. had lived, he would have been my age. 66. He's been 66 years old right now, and he would have been an ambassador to the sport. He would probably been involved in NASCAR, some kind of executive position, to where he would have had an idea where the sport was going to. He had a vision, and he was just very interested in the sport, and I think he would have been a great ambassador. It's a shame that all that came down. I don't mean to keep jumping around here in conversation, but no. We're just kind of having a little talk here, right?
Right. You're doing fine, Gary. We love it. We love it, and I do want you to talk about your drivers. I know you got Garrett Smedley, and I know I'm not pronouncing that right, but
yeah, you are.
Ross Chastain, and you got 2 more.
Yeah, we got B.J. McLeod driving for us, and we have Stephen Light also driving the 01 car for us. So, I mean, you know, the excitement, I guess, has been on Ross Chastain. You know, Ross has ran full time for us for the last 3 years, and he's done a great job for us. And you know, he got a chance to ride the Ganassi car last year, and you know, he won at Vegas, and then I think he finished. He and Kevin Harvick had a big brew down at one of the tracks. Anyway, it ended up wrecking Ross. He still ended up finishing, I think, in the top 10, and he finished runner-up in one of the races there at one of the tracks. But Ross has been a very exciting driver, and he had that opportunity with DC Solar.
Yeah.
And Chip Ganassi, that was a good opportunity for him, and he had signed with DC Solar to do a full-time deal with Chip Ganassi this year. As we all know, that deal went south because DC Solar, I guess the FBI came in, raided their headquarters and so forth, and that kind of put a stop ad to that situation. So we had anticipated that we were going to lose Ross for this season. So we hired a driver. A driver came to us, and he said his name was Blake Cook. And, you know, Blake, as you well know, he made the chase 2 years in a row in the Xfinity Series, and we were excited to have him. And he said, well, I've got $750,000, and that's the way the sport works anymore, is these drivers bring money to the teams, which helps us out, and that's the way they get their seat. So, but he said it was a undisclosed contributor, and they didn't want their name recognized. So we thought, well, we'll trade Ross for Blake, and we'll go on our merry way, and we'll make it competitive. Anyway, it turned out that the guy who owns DC Solar was the finance guy behind Blake Cook as well.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. So not only did we lose Blake's deal, you know, Ross lost his deal with DC Solar. So then we're scampering. Ross comes back to us, and we're picking up the pieces. And we've been behind the 8 ball, you know, throughout the whole year so far. We did make the West Coast swing. We came through Daytona, and we got through the West Coast swing, meaning Las Vegas, Phoenix, and California without wrecking any cars. So when you take a team like ours that has a 4-team operation, we don't wreck one car, we're very pleased.
Yeah.
Because these cars are expensive to replace or to work on. So we did blow a couple motors, but hey, at least we didn't wreck cars. You know? So here we are in Texas today, and we'll see what happens here.
Well, see, Gary, when you have something like that that comes up, it does throw a damper on you guys, where Chip Ganassi's wanting to take Ross Chastain with that sponsor, and then it goes south. It really can mess up you guys big time, ain't it? And I was trying to figure out, how do you all take that? It's like, you know, are you going to pull this on us again, or,
well,
you know?
You worry about it. These young kids, they, you know, it's just like Ross here. He's doing a 4-race deal with the 10 team this year, and that kind of hurts us a little bit with upper points and drivers' points, but we understand when these kids, they think they're jumping to a better deal, and it doesn't always happen that way. I mean, you know, we've had a couple drivers that have left prematurely. Landon Castle left us a little bit too early, and Ryan Priest, he probably left us too early. He's with the Dougherty Racing Team, over there on the Cup side, and you know, he's not really performing well. So when you jump to the Cup Series, when you're an Xfinity kid, you can't just jump to a mediocre team, you know, that's going to finish, you know, 30th to 36th every weekend, you know.
Right.
It's going to run your career, and that's what happens. That's what's happened with Landon, and then your career is over after about 3 or 4 years.
It is. That's, no kidding. It's over in 3 or 4 years.
Let me just touch on something really important in this sport, and I want the audience to know this. And being a team owner, NASCAR's changed so much over the years, Eddie. It's, you know, used to, if you were a good driver, they'd come and they'd recruit you, just like a baseball team, or a football, pro football team,
Yes.
But anymore, the sport's changed so much. As I said earlier in the conversation, it's to the point where if your mommy and daddy don't have big bucks or grandma and grandpa to put you in a seat, you're not going to get to race. And so many good kids that are good racers this day and age, they go by the fly stand and they don't even get an opportunity to race when they're probably. So what I'm telling you is some of the best racers in the world never even get the opportunity to drive a race car.
Yeah, I mean,
sad situation.
It is
wrong. I think there's a lot of good quality drivers in the NASCAR series, but I see a lot of kids go by the wayside that are excellent drivers, and just because they can't bring money to the teams, they don't get the opportunity. But you take a team like ours, we depend on that money to survive because the big sponsorships aren't out there anymore.
Yeah, that's correct. They've never been taken up, ain't they?
They've been taken up, and they're very few, and they're very limited. You see the Lowe's jumped out of the sport.
Yeah.
You see some of these larger corporations that have jumped out, of the sport, and I don't think it's over yet. So, unfortunately, it takes money from an individual that'll get out and call. I mean, like Garrett Smithley. Garrett's a kid that'll get out and he'll race $300,000 or $400,000 a year just to be able to get that seat, and that's how he makes it happen.
Yeah, he's a good kid too, ain't he? Garrett is.
He's a nice kid. Yes, he is. Yeah, they did. His dad is a pilot. I don't know if you saw that at Fontana or not, but his dad is a pilot for the American, I guess the U.S. Agricultural division, and he basically puts out forest fires. That's what he does. He flies these airplanes, dropping the fire retardants.
Yes.
So that's what his father does for a living. He'll travel all over the world, and he did the actual flyover at Fontana for the Cup race the other day. And Garrett naturally had a seat in the Cup race as well. He and Ross both did. So that was pretty cool. NASCAR did a special on that deal. But yeah, Garrett's a fine boy and great restrictor place racer. He does well at Talladega, and he does great at Daytona always.
Yeah.
We're excited to have him.
Yeah. Let Bullet talk to you a minute, then I want to talk to you before we let you go.
Okay.
Hey, Gary, this is...
It's rained late here in Texas, so Cup practice has already been, I think, canceled.
Do you think they'll get the race in today?
Oh, yeah, I think we'll get in, yeah.
And what time is your all's race today, the Xfinity?
Our race is, I think, at 3 o'clock, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I think
you might be right, yes.
Yeah. I run into these races week in and week out. It's always, I just get to the track.
Hey, Gary, this is Bishop Bullet. I'm just glad you called in on our show. I have a couple questions for you, Gary. Who do you think in the running to beat to actually be voted the most since Dale Earnhardt Jr. is gone? Who do you think is going to be voted the most popular driver? Do you have any idea?
Well, I don't know how he's ever going to be the most popular, but
yeah,
Kyle Busch seems to be creating some momentum at the present time, and let me tell you something, he is a great talent.
Yes, he is.
He's in a zone of his own right now. I mean, I've seen zones. I mean, I saw Dale Earnhardt's zone. Well, we saw Richard Petty's zone. We saw David Pearson's zone. We saw Cale Yarborough's zone. We saw, Jeff Gordon's zone. But Kyle Busch right now is in a zone of his own, and he's at 202 wins right now. It seems like it's week in and week out.
Yes, it is. I've been watching Kyle Busch, and I don't know if him getting married had anything to do with it or not, but it seemed to me like he's just settled down now.
Well, he has. I mean, there's a couple things that have happened with Kyle. I mean, when he came up, he was a hothead. He was tough. I always liked Kurt very well. I'm a fan of Kurt Busch's, but Kyle was a little rough around the edges.
Yes.
You know, I think from what I hear, and you know, I'm a religious man, and I think the guy from Interstate Battery and Joe Gibbs got a hold of him, and plus the fact that his wife is a Christian girl.
Yes.
I think they talked to him, and I think they just said, hey, you know, you've got a great opportunity here, and you can run with this as hard as you want, but you know you're going to have to change your ways, and you know, it's hard. He did change his ways.
Little Fast Eddie's thinking about going to a race in Talladega. Maybe we'll see you there pretty soon. I think we're thinking about going there.
I hope you do. Please let me know. I'll accommodate you in any way, shape, or form. Come over, and we always have some good food hanging around and some good drinks. You know, we don't have no moonshine. We kind of hide one of the motorhomes.
Yeah.
But we love Talladega, and you know, I love the Tennessee Valley, and that's what we do. Of course, my home's in between Dayton and Cincinnati, Ohio. That's actually my home, so I do get through Tennessee a lot when I'm driving to a lot of these races. You know, so but right now, you know, I don't know if you know this or not, but I make my livelihood, and I guess one of the reasons why I can afford to be involved in ownership of a race team is that, you know, I do hurricane cleanup work. So at the present time, you know, I have all my crews working down in Panama City, Florida, and Mexico Beach from Hurricane Michael, and it's still a mess down here. I'll tell you, these people, poor people down here, they're still waiting to get their homes, you know, remediated. You know, and now we're in mold season, where mold is going to become such a factor, and it's growing so quick down here because of the humidity.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Rising, so
they have been having a lot of bad weather.
Yeah, they have. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm kind of running the gamut, and you know, I make a good living doing this, and that's the only way that Johnny and I can afford to keep this race team going. And you know, by the grace of God, it's worked out good for us. But you know, you were talking about, you know, who I thought had the potential. I mean, right now, Kyle Busch seems to be the front runner. You know, I'm a little bit disappointed, I guess, in Chase Elliott. You know, I thought that he was going to be kind of tough. I put you know, the 24 car and the 8 car, or the 9 car, they seem to be struggling this year. All the Hendrick stuff seems to be kind of going by the wayside, and of course the Fords have been running well. You know, with you know, Logano and so forth. I like Joey Logano. He's a tough kid. He's a tough kid, and he'll get right in there and go head to head with you. And trying to stay clean.
You know, guys. I actually think he has grown up. I'm gonna say he has grown up in the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, to me, he has got a different attitude now.
Yeah, he's done well. So you know, I mean, these kids, they grow into men pretty quick, and these kids are in the spotlight.
Well, what do you think about William Byron? Now he is a kid.
Yeah, he is a kid. I like him. He's very polite. You know, I mean, we were in Charlotte last year, and I had lunch with he and Ross, and you know, I bought lunch, and I mean, you know, he couldn't thank me enough. We were at Hooters of all places, but you know, he thanked me not once but 3 times for lunch, and I thought this is pretty cool coming from a kid who's probably now a millionaire on his way to being a millionaire, and you know, he's very thankful. So I think he's got the talent. It just seems like the Hendricks cars this year struggle. What do you think?
I think you're right.
I do too. I do too. I don't know what their problem is.
I don't get it. I don't.
Oh man, the Fords have got it right now. They're all together there. Kevin Harvick, yeah, he's places top 10 every week. And I know that way because I get a blooming onion free on Mondays.
Yeah. Blooming onion.
As long as he places in the top 10, you're all right.
Yeah.
I never have eaten a blooming onion.
That's almost $10.
Yeah. And then I think at Hooters, if Chase finishes in the top 10, I think you get something there too, but I can't remember what it is.
I don't know.
Pickles. It's Pickles.
Oh, Pickles. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, Gary, let me ask you something. Are you all going to be at Talladega in April, or is that?
Oh, for sure. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So the same week Cup is, you all are there.
Yeah, we're the day before. We're the afternoon before. The 26th, I believe, is the date. But yeah, I'll be there.
I think it's the 27th for you all. 28th of April is the Cup race.
Yeah. So we do the 27th. Yeah. I always enjoy that race. It's always a fun race, and it's to me. I mean, let me tell you something. That Talladega crowd is just real. They're some of the best fans in the world. I mean, you get there. I mean, you just see trailer after motorhome after motorhome, trailer after trailer, and they make the best of it. They love their racing.
Well, what I'm trying to do, I always like going to the Cup races, of course. I don't know why, but I do. But if you get that hot pass, you can come on the 27th instead of the 28th, couldn't I? If I wanted to.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
I mean, that's used for any of those races, if you get that.
Yes.
That's a very possibility. We could probably switch that to the Saturday and come then, so we could hook up with you guys.
I can accommodate you for our day. I can't accommodate you for the Cup passes, but I can for our day.
Yeah. I know. That's why I was wanting to come and see you and meet you in person. Yeah.
Please do. Now, have you met Johnny?
I've never met Johnny, but I've had him on the show a bunch of times. Just like, I've had you a time, one other time, I think, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Johnny is an encyclopedia of knowledge when it comes to NASCAR.
Well, you're not bad yourself, Gary. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. I got to tell you something. When I was growing up, a lot of my buddies, and I played high school and college basketball, and I loved playing basketball. But whenever there was a NASCAR race on, I'd tell my buddies, sorry, I'm going in to watch Wide World of Sports NASCAR on this Sunday. Wide World of Sports occasionally would broadcast an occasional Cup race, as you remember. I don't know if you guys are at my age, some or not, but so that was always my introduction to NASCAR, and I just absolutely loved it. I had it in my blood for a long time.
I would say that I'm a lot older than you, Gary, but now you was just talking about basketball, Gary. Do you have a favorite team that's in the March Madness?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like Purdue a little bit.
Well, I think Purdue, let's see now.
They beat Tennessee.
Yeah. Now, who does it play Sunday? I think Auburn plays Kentucky, don't they?
I think so. That'll be a battle.
And then last night Duke upset Virginia Tech. I guess you could say it's upset. Duke beat Virginia Tech. So, but our team got beat, Gary, at the University of Tennessee.
I know. Purdue beat them the other day.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a comeback for the Vols.
Oh, yes, it was. Yeah. But anyway, I just want to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, the Elite Eight. Well, I don't know if you remember this, but I had a friend of mine who was center for the Tennessee Volunteers.
Really?
Back in the day when Bernard King and Ernie Grunfield were there.
Huh.
I don't remember the names. I haven't been. I've been a ball fan. Mostly Gary. I'm a football fan.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm a football fan.
And Bernie show. It was Bernard King and Ernest Grunfield. They were a heck of a duo back in the day.
Well,
but sports are good. I like seeing this. I don't understand that. The soccer craze. The good thing is it's healthy for these young kids.
Yes, it is.
And they get out and they run, and I like seeing it. I don't understand it, but I'm going to make myself get into it because I think if we don't, we're going to be left by the wayside because it seems like it's taken over baseball and football and everything.
We do have three good high schools here in Cleveland, Tennessee, Gary, and we got Brandon High School, Cleveland High School, and Walker Valley, and all of those are soccer schools too.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
It's quite the phenom of the day.
Yes, it is.
I love Cleveland, Tennessee. You guys in the great area. Man, I'm telling you, when you live up around Ohio, you get up around Cincinnati or Dayton, it's been a brutal winter.
Yeah.
We ain't really had no bad weather here at Pasadena.
No.
Not really?
Gary, what's the team? What are you all going to have for food today? The team, you know.
I think we got some barbecue coming in here from some outlet here in Texas.
Oh my goodness.
Do business with year in, year out. So.
Yeah, you can't beat that, can you?
No, you can't.
No, well, Texas, you know how their barbecue is.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know.
You're making my mouth water already.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah.
Hey, that's why if we go down there, we see Gary down in Talladega.
I don't care if I put on 5-6 pounds.
You will, won't you, Gary? You put on weight.
Yeah, come on. But the good thing about the track is, I mean, I'll walk 5-7 miles a day. And I love it. So
I do too, but I don't know if my counter partner here will be able to walk that much. But if not, there's a place where he can sit at.
Well, Gary, I have been in a lot of motorcycle wrecks, Gary. I used to race motorcycles, and now my injuries are kind of catching up with me. I do have a bad knee and a bad back, but I can walk.
Yeah. But I'm like you. I go like fighting fire, Gary.
Yeah. Well, I'm a walker. I just think you got to keep moving.
Yeah.
These race cars keep me moving, so I don't know how long Johnny and I'll stay involved in this. How much longer? I don't know. But it's kind of in our blood, and I used to think when I got into it, I kept writing checks and thinking, well, I'll be able to get my money returned on this, or even make money on it.
Yeah.
Like Jack Roush did, or Ganassi and some of those guys. Well, it just hasn't happened. There's just, as I said, the sponsorships, a lot of them are pulling out, and I think NASCAR has seen its best day. Will it ever come back? I don't know. I can't answer that question. It makes me sad to where the sport used to be to where it is now. You see the empty seats, and it breaks my heart.
Yeah. You got to have sponsors, don't you, Gary?
Pardon me?
You have to have sponsors, don't you?
Oh yeah, you got to. I mean, we have Flexio. I mean, I'm thinking they probably give us a little over $1 million right now a year, but that's not enough to keep 4 teams going. But it's been a great experience for me. I wouldn't take it back. I mean, we only get one round of life, one shot. So, this racing was always my passion. I always liked fast race cars, and I mean, I like any kind of racing. I like NHRL, NHRA. I like Formula. I like IndyCar racing. But I just always enjoyed fast cars. I don't know what the vision is for the sport. It's going to be interesting to see. But they've got to make some changes, and I think with the image, of course, Brian France, we saw that whole debacle happen, and he struggled for a lot of years with drug addiction, and it's probably a shame, but, let me tell you this, his daddy and his grandfather were nothing like that.
No,
And they cared about the sport. They would come and talk to you. If you were an owner, they'd come and talk to you, and they would want to know your opinion. They would want to know what your feelings were. And that's why the sport prospered. Now, NASCAR couldn't give 2 rats' butts about us as an owner.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It's not like it used to be, is it, Gary?
No, it's not. No, and I'll probably get my hand slapped for making that statement, but it's the truth. It's the truth. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Hey, at least
all they care about is that bottom line.
Yeah, at least you're being honest about it. That's the way it is. Well, Gary, I appreciate you doing this. I don't want to take no more of your time up, and but
hey, I do too.
We do appreciate it.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and I would like to get some of your drivers on every now and then, just one a week, not all of them at once, so we don't have enough time for them all, but
sure. Okay.
Whenever you could line it up.
Okay, well, let me, we'll start with Ross, okay?
That'd be great. I'm booked next Saturday, I'm going to have John Hunter Nemechek's coach driver on here. That's Sarge, they call him, and you probably know who he is or heard of him.
He is.
He's Bill's his first name. He's a good guy. We're big buddies.
Yeah. Yeah, he's quite a character.
He likes that Louisiana cuisine, that jambalaya stuff.
Jambalaya.
Oh, yeah, and I don't eat that stuff, so he tried to get me to eat with him, and I can't eat that.
I hear you. I like it myself.
Yeah, he does, too.
I appreciate you guys, and I love Cleveland, Tennessee, and what you guys have to offer. Good people down that way. And, you know, I miss the old Nashville Fairgrounds race.
Yeah.
I heard that NASCAR is trying to come back, though, with the Truck Series. I hope that does happen.
Yeah, I do, too.
Well, Gary, I tell you what, if you're ever in Cleveland, Tennessee, we're on Saturdays here from 10 to 12. We always got an open seat here. Just give Fast Eddie a call, and we'll just let you come in and be our guest.
I'll do it. You don't look for me. I'll be there. You guys have a good day. I appreciate the time.
Gary, do you want me to text you about getting Ross on, not next week, but the next one?
Yeah.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah. Next week's Bristol.
Yeah.
I think it's Richmond, I think. So, yeah, let me see what I can do with that, okay?
Yeah, just text me back and let me know for that.
All right.
Richmond deal. That's 2 weeks.
Have a great day.
You too, Gary. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
I guess we'll go to Song Fast Eddie. I couldn't find that song he wanted, but I'm going to play him another song until I do find it.
That's Gary Keller with J.D. Motorsports. What do you think about Gary?
Hey, I like him, Fast Eddie. He's
book of knowledge.
Yeah.
You like J.D.
I think I'm a little bit older than him. Quite a bit older than him, probably.
Wait, 60, what did he say he was? 66? He's 3 years old.
I thought he was 40-something.
No, he's 66.
Well, I'm 70.
Yeah, you are older, about 4 years. Paul, maybe. No, he's a couple of years older.
No, I really thought he was a lot younger than that.
No.
Well,
he said we'd come Talladega, he'd take care of it.
I really think he was a good caller, and I appreciate him calling in, and maybe he'll get some drivers to call in.
He's got 4 he's going to line up for us each week.
Anyway,
we'll take it to you, boy.
Okay, I'm going to play this for Mystery Man.
The Mystery.
I will get his other here pretty soon. All right. Let's see here.
Here we go.
I'm the happiest girl in the whole USA. Good morning, morning. Hello, sunshine. Wake up, sleepyhead. Why'd we move that Bojangles clock so far away from the bed? Just 1 more minute. That's why we moved it. 1 more hug or 2. Do you love waking up next to me as much as I love waking up next to you? You make the coffee, I'll make the bed. I'll fix your lunch and you fix mine. Now tell me the truth. Do these old shoes look funny? Honey, it's almost time. Now you be careful, gotta go. I love you. Have a beautiful day and kiss the happiest girl in the whole
All right, we're back at Saturday morning, Fast Eddie Bullet.
I tell you what, Fast Eddie, I think this will be the fastest 2 hours.
Yeah, it goes fast when you're having fun. I know.
We do have a show that's fast at our radio.
Yeah, and that's
More than Jive.
Yeah, and then you got the the Edward Hour with Bullets.
That's gonna be the shortest show on TV.
Tom Cassidy.
That's gonna be the shortest show on TV on the radio.
And Tom Cassidy and City Councilman.
Oh, Edward, he does a good job, and I appreciate it.
Saturday morning's going to be sponsored by Hardee's. Go get you a nice breakfast at Hardee's.
Hey,
they're famous for breakfast.
Me and my brother eat up there we've been up there every morning.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we got the big burger. Not the big burger. I'm talking about the Village Bake Shop with Tricia Gilbert. That's who I'm talking about. They're wonderful. Tricia Gilbert's the manager. Tea cookies. I call it tea cookie too, though. Wedding cakes, donuts, you name it. These boys here love donuts, that's for sure. We all do, but being a diabetic, you don't need to be eating them things. They're key. They will key. So, the phone line is open right now, 614-5553 for anybody who wants to call in. And you have a minute. While Bullet's looking up some songs here.
Yeah, I'm going to play Johnny Cash a little bit.
Johnny Cash? I Walk the Line. Yeah, that's a good one too, Bullet.
I'm not going to pull up as many as I had on when I come in Fast Eddie. I had 10 songs on this thing.
Is Lee University playing ball today?
I'm not sure. But we do have something for people always do here at Fast Eddie. You can go to Mark Bruce, a friend of mine. He's the coach of Lee College Flames. And then we got Cleveland State. Cleveland State's got a good baseball team. Cleveland State College.
Cleveland High's got a good ball.
Yeah. And I understand we got a softball team going on. I don't know if it's girls or boys, whoever it is. I think Brad is in first place in the softball league. I think it's the girls playing softball. I hope I'm not.
Well, tell us about that football league that Steve Spurrier's in with Orlando, and tell us a little bit about that league. It's what, 4 or 5 teams?
Yeah, I don't have a schedule, but I've been watching sometimes. I think there's 4 or 5 teams in each league, and Steve Spurrier team's in first place. They're actually Orlando, and they are good. I'll ever watch him sometimes, and I think he's record's 6-1.
Yeah. Where's that Edward at? Edward Webb. Yeah.
I don't know where that rascal's at. He's Edward Webb. If you listen, you need to give us a call, but he may not be listening.
He may be asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
They did have an out of order sign on that bathroom back there, but I looked at it and it's all right.
I wonder why they put it out of order on it if it ain't out of order.
I have no idea, but it's all right. How'd you like the new Bullet song I played?
Oh, it was great, Bullet. I mean,
Carrie Underwood sang that, and Carrie Underwood now she's not bad on the eyes either. She's actually pretty woman, pretty good.
Take care of your eyes,
Bullet. Yeah, she's actually good.
Well, tune us up one, and we'll go to that, come back,
okay, I'm gonna play this.
Talk again.
Let's see, I think I'll play this Johnny Cash.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the pilot fine. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone when each day's through. Yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness I've known proves that it's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. You've got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you I know I'd even try to turn the tide. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tide to find. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
I deployed to Afghanistan in 2007. I was nervous.
Looking for something sweet? I know you are. Bring your little sweet self to the Village Bake Shop. Around since 1961, there ain't a baked good in the galaxy. The Village Bake Shop can't whip over you. So when you're ready to treat your mouth to a taste you won't soon forget, get over to the Village Bake Shop in the Village Green Town Center. Or give them a call at 476-5179. You dig?
Matthews Pool and Spa Company, located in Cleveland and Bradley County for over 45 years. You know them. They're your new swimming pool construction and supply company in Cleveland, Tennessee, now with 4 generations of Matthews to serve you. Matthews Pool and Spa Company, for over 45 years, your swimming pool construction and supply company, spa or hot tub installation and maintenance. Get all of your supplies for your pool or spa right now. That's the new location in the old Quinn Electric Company building behind KFC at 2724 Key Street in Cleveland. Call Matthews now, 476-4521. You better get your order in now for your new pool construction for this spring and summer. 476-4521. Matthews Pool and Spa Company. Gonna jump in. Woo!
No givers allowed.
Jackson Catnapper, family owned and operated in Cleveland since 1933, offering the best with over 70 styles of recliners, sofas, electronic lift chairs, full living room packages. Call Mike now at 961-7239 because Jackson Catnapper now offers sales to the public
every Saturday. That's right, every Saturday.
From 8 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. Or call Mike at 961-7239 or go see him
every Saturday
at 1911 King Edward Avenue, just across from the main plant. Jackson Catnapper, family owned and operated in Cleveland since 1933. 961-7239.
No givers allowed.
How we started in Arkansas, sitting on the rail, sweet potato in my hand, a possum by the tail. Oh, stop it, 'cause I'm Mexican me. Put your arms around my neck, stop it,
every time he grin at me, I get there up myself. Stop dancing, I'm Mexican me. Throw your arms around my neck and stop looking at me.
All right, we're back with Saturday mornings, Fast Eddie Bullet. Give us a call, 614-5553. Love to hear from the listeners, any of them. If there's anybody listening, I may be like Pro Daddy. There may not be nobody listening.
Maybe everybody's out. Maybe we're supposed to. Fast Eddie, have we gave a weather report for this weekend?
No, go ahead.
Well, I'm going to have to guess on it. Let's see now.
No, don't guess.
I think we're supposed to get some rain moving here tonight. And it says right here, let's see.
I think it is too. Sometimes
It's supposed to be partly sunny, high 72. The night's going to be low 50, 55. I think there's a chance of rain tonight, 30% chance of rain. And they're saying there's going to be a lot of wind gusts, about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Then Sunday, it don't give Sundays, but I did hear it on TV though. Sunday's it's supposed to quit Sunday morning, and it's going to be a little cool, I think. Next week's supposed to be back in the 70s.
it's going to be back.
Summertime
weather.
This way I tell weather, if I say I just stick my head out the door. See what it's doing out there.
That's one way you can find out what it's doing.
Yeah, but it's. I think we're going next week. It's summertime is just almost here, really, and it's practically here.
It ain't gonna be long.
No. It's here, and I need to wash my SUV Fast Eddie. I haven't washed it in 3 months.
Is it dirt?
Well, it needs to be washed. It's white. White don't show dirt that much, but I need to clean it up. I'm just too lazy.
Well, no, you're not. It's just the way it goes sometimes, ain't it?
Somebody told me there's a place you can get it washed for $6. I don't know where.
Where's that at?
Edward had his washed somewhere for $6. Everyone's called in and tell us we got it washed at.
I don't think Edward's listening. I think he's.
We do have a lot of places you can. I used to work at Emmons Street Car Wash, I said. It used to be Emmons Street.
You did?
Yeah, now it's Lyers. It was back in '65. It was Emmons Street Car Wash. You know how much I made an hour?
I have no idea.
50 cents an hour. And
50 cents an hour.
Yeah, and those cars used to line up all the way up Emmons Street to where old Cook's Food Store used to be up there on Broad Street, and they would line up on Saturday mornings, line all the way down Emmons Street. And Menno James Tatum and James Branham really put a lot of cars through there.
Yeah.
There's a donkey again. Feed it the donut. Feed that thing a donut.
Okay, well, yeah, we got a couple of donuts.
Yeah, we
all love that donkey.
We'll throw some donuts out here. And, Matador, I think, tries to ride it in here.
Yeah.
It's the Morning Stampede with Bill
Morning Stampede? Who's that? Morning Stampede?
Yeah, I'm just looking at all this stuff they got on here.
Fast Eddie's having a little fun right now.
It's something else, ain't it?
Yeah. Now, I actually watch Leave It to Beaver and a lot of them. See, I got an antenna Fast Eddie. I don't have cable anymore, and I get to watch all them old movies. Leave It to Beaver. And,
you like old Beaver?
It's funny sometimes. I'll be honest with you, I think it's more my brother showing his mind. But I like westerns.
And listen to this right here. See what this is.
That's it. Leave It to Beaver.
It's on a long time, wasn't it?
Well, it's sort of now where Wally and Beaver was young on that. I keep my moves out like Gunsmoke, stuff like that.
You know, they don't have shows like that no more, do they?
No, they don't.
And right here's another one they don't have, and I like.
Oh, I know what that is. Green Acres. I actually watched that this morning. It was on my antenna this morning. The Green Acres. That is funny.
Oh, do you like that? Green Acres?
Yeah, Hank. Wade Albert has put up a lot. I don't see how he's got to have a nervous breakdown.
I don't need
Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
I can't get it.
New York is where I'd rather stay.
Yeah.
I think she's from New York.
Yeah, I think so too, Bullet.
And,
Zsa was. Is she dead? Zsa Gabor.
I think she is.
Huh.
Eddie Albert, I think he is too, isn't he? All the people are, most of them. And,
yeah.
You know, Vice Eddie, while we're a little bit here, before we go back to, I was going to talk about some of our singers, a lot of them, how they passed away. You know, we lost a lot of singers by airplane crashes. Ricky Nelson, John Denver, and Patsy Cline, they all died in an airplane crash.
I know.
And we lost Glenn Campbell. He had Alzheimer's.
He was a good one. Oh, Glenn. I'm trying to even got a Glenn Campbell pulled up here.
All right. Well, I'm gonna play one here in a second. I'm gonna play George Jones' White Lightning. It says White Lightning, live in Florida, 1987. George Jones.
You want to hit it right now?
Oh, we can.
Let's do it. Go ahead.
Hey, we're gonna pass a little drink around. Everybody's getting hot and thirsty. You may not like this drink too much, but I'm trying to be a little helpful. Well, in North Carolina, we're back in the hill. Ain't my old pappy and Handy was still. And Rude White Lightning till the sun went down. Did him a jug and he passed it around. Mighty crazy, that was on squeeze.
White Lightning.
Well, Gene and revelers too. Searching for a place for the master. They were looking at the boogie. I'm happy they were looking.
White Lightning.
And he said, I'm tough. I think I want to taste my uncle stuff. He took one for sure, bring it on down. Heard him a moment as he hit the ground. Mighty breathing, that was going to squeeze. Shh.
White Lightning.
Well, Gene and the revenues too. Searching for hands and remains. They were looking at a booger. I'm happy to get my booger. Maybe something wild on the pine. See the Mountain Dew. I took a little sip and right away I knew my eyes bugged out and my face turned blue. Blood started rising on, but it started crashing.
White Lightning.
Yeah, Gene and the revenues too. Heard you on things for an acre. They were looking kind of looking. I bet they were looking.
Ooh, that's all I can hold that mess.
Anyway, Pastor Eddie, I think we're back on the air, right?
Yeah, we're back on the air.
I'll tell you what, I think we had a good show this morning. We've been playing some songs and talking about some things, and I got something else right here if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead, and then I got something here.
Dave was actually 2 bear cubs was rescued from a flooded den. This happened in Ashland, Wisconsin. Now, how does a bear? I didn't know the bear cubs could cry. Did you?
No, I didn't.
Somebody heard them crying, and they was rescued from a den, and I'd say they would drown if somebody hadn't got them. Anyway, it was Wisconsin's deputies heard them, and they was trapped in this flooded culvert, and heard them, and so they rescued these 2 bear cubs, and it happened in Ashland, Wisconsin, and I thought that was a little human interest story there. It's I didn't know a bear cub could cry.
I didn't either.
I don't know how you can cry, but that's a little thing there. And one more thing, then I'll let you. The DYW tickets. These are DYW tickets available at Parish Pedals. This is the distinguished young women of Cleveland, and it's going to be held March the 3rd. That's the day. Saturday, March 3rd, beginning at 6 p.m. It's going to be at Cleveland State College, George R. Johnson Cultural Center, and tickets for the event is $20, and you can tickets at the door will be $25. The doors will open at 5:30 today, and it's supposed to be the distinguished young women of Cleveland. They're the one hold this today, and I never have been, but it's George R. Stewart Johnson Cultural Center over at Cleveland State College.
Yeah.
And there's so much stuff going around here. I tell you what, we'll never run out of stuff to talk about.
Oh no, you was talking about a while ago. Kyle Busch won that Gander truck race at Texas. That's his 4th consecutive Gander truck race this year so far. I mean, he's hot right now.
Yeah.
This Kyle Busch is hot in all series, the way he's running.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's just like we was talking to our guest a while ago, Gary. Gary thinks Kyle Busch is going to be. He may be the one that takes Dale Earnhardt Jr. if anybody can take his place.
That's right. The Xfinity, now Gary's wrong about it. The Xfinity Series is today at Texas Motor Speedway, and the time of it is 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be on Fox Sports 1 at 12:30.
I can't pick up that. I can get Fox, but
yeah, that race is going to be on.
I didn't race on Sunday on Fox. I've been watching them. I've been watching them on Fox.
But last year's winner of that race, Xfinity, was Ryan Blaney, and then Sunday at 3 p.m. on Fox, so you'll be able to watch that.
Oh, yeah.
It comes on TV at 2:30.
Yeah.
Here's the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Last year's winner was Kyle Busch. And they'll do 501 miles, 334 laps. Stage 1 will be 85 laps. Stage 2 ends at lap 170. And then the final stage will end at lap 334.
Yeah.
Should be an interesting race.
Oh,
I'll just go online and say Kyle Busch is going to win that. And let it go at that.
I'm going to try to type into the song here for my brother.
So that's a little bit of the racing for this week. And I think next week the trucks go to Dover, I think.
Yeah.
Truck Series, Gander Truck Series.
Yeah, it's
Which song you gonna pull up for your brother? You
Well,
dedicate it to him?
I didn't get it pulled up right now to him. I have got one by my buddy, by my all-time favorite Glenn Campbell, and I like this song with Glenn Campbell.
You ready?
Let's see. Yeah.
All right.
By the time I get to peace, she'll be classic. She'll find the note I left hanging on her door. She'll laugh when she reads the part that says I'm leaving. 'Cause I've left that girl so many times before. By the time I make Albuquerque, she'll be working. She'll probably stop at lunch softly and call my name out loud. Oh, and she'll cry just to think I'd really leave her. Though time and time I've tried to tell her so, she just didn't know I would really go. No, she didn't know I'd
We're back.
Bullet, I understand the TVA is going to lower the Parksville Lake. Is that so?
Yes, that's what it says in the paper here. It says Tennessee Valley Authority will temporarily lower the water level of Parksville Reservoir this week, and it's going to be Old Coy Dam number 1. I think that's Old Coy Dam number 1 is when you first go into Parksville.
I think you're right.
And so it's going to be lowered. Now, I was told, I don't know if true enough, I was told some parts that is 60 feet deep. 60, can you imagine 60 foot deep? And they have got catfish in there as big as a person.
I don't think they ever found that fisherman that was...
I don't think they did either. I was talking about that.
From Polk County or something.
And, but...
I think they just give up on it.
Me and my brother used to go, Jerry Jenkins, we used to go swimming up there, and one time I went down. I went down about 20 foot. Then I tried to get myself back up, but
yeah, you can't breathe in.
You can drown trying to, but I heard it's about 60 foot deep in some parts up there, and they say they got big catfish.
Oh yeah.
And so anyway, it's going to be I think it's going to be the Old Coy Dam number 1, and. Now, you ever go to the rafters up there past Eddie where they raft?
Yes, yeah, I've been up there. I've never done it though, Bullet. I'm nervous about that.
Well, I used to go up there to Copper Hill and get out there and lay on the rocks and get a suntan up there.
Really?
Yeah, I used to go up there and go out there on the rocks.
It's like a big sail.
Yeah, I know it. That water is cold.
I bet it is.
And I'll tell you what, it is cold.
I bet it is.
And while we're doing that, I'm going to try to pull up something else here. Here's one of my brothers, I think, Lice.
Where's play?
Well, I ain't got the line pulled up yet. Let's see. I won't pull up. Here. No, let's see here. Let me see if I can get it pulled up for him.
Yeah, we got a phone call.
Okay.
Go ahead, caller. You're live on Saturday mornings.
I was down at Fargo.
He can't find it. He can't find it, Mystery.
Yeah.
He can find the song, but he can't find Donna Fargo.
A couple be good.
Do you want now?
Could be good something.
Yeah. Play that song by somebody else in. Yeah. He said it'd be good.
Okay. I'll just play this one. Then I don't know who sings it, but it's not Donna Fargo.
Listen up, Mystery.
I'm gonna put it up for you pretty soon.
All right, buddy.
I'll see you in the wind. Bye.
All right.
Dust in the wind?
I think that's what he said.
I can't.
What's that one? The one he wanted first, but by Donna Fargo, but we didn't have Donna Fargo.
It was Good Morning Sunshine.
Well, play that song, and you can look for Dust in the Wind, I think is what he said.
I don't have it pulled up yet.
Which one?
Donna Fargo? I got one there I was going to play for my brother, Elvis Presley.
Yeah, go ahead again.
Let's see.
Uh-oh, here he is again. Go ahead, caller.
Who knows that song? Bob Seger, In the Wind.
Bob Seger, In the Wind.
Dust in the Wind?
No.
They want to see yours, please.
What's the name of it again, Mr. Man?
The Wind.
Okay, Running Against the Wind.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, sure will.
Bob Seger. Yeah. All right, Bullet. I mean the Bullet. All right, Mister, we got you.
I gotta pull it up here. I can't do it.
Go ahead and pull it up while I'm gabbing a little bit. But next Friday, I'll be 63. That'll be a birthday for me. April 5th, 63 next Friday. So when I come in here next Saturday, I'll be 63. A year older. We hope. Boat's trying to pull up in the wind. That's dust in the wind, I think. It's Bob Seger. Running against the wind, yeah. Against the wind, yeah. I don't want to sing it because he don't want to hear that. But, let me know when you get it pulled up, her butt. We'll get it. We'll do that. Let's see here. I want to play a couple commercials while you're doing that.
We're here at the Trane Heating and Air Conditioning Testing Facility to see how unstoppable their products really are.
Inside this climate chamber, it's raining incredibly hard on this Trane AC unit. Clearly, it's hard to stop the train.
Ready for a heating and air unit that's been tested in the harshest environments possible? Stop thinking about the other guys and get a Trane. Call Mechanical Systems today to get your home on the road to comfort. 336-5739.
Trane, the most reliable heating and cooling brand. We're here at the Trane Heating and Air Conditioning Testing Facility to see how unstoppable their
Seems like yesterday, but it was long ago. Jane was lovely, she was the queen of my night. There in the darkness with the radio playing low and the secrets that we share, mountains that we move, caught like a wildfire out of control, till there was nothing left to burn and nothing left to prove. And I remember what she said to me, how she swore that it never would end. I remember how she held me oh so tight. Wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Against the wind, we were running against the wind. We were young and strong, we were running against the wind. Slowly passed, I found myself alone, surrounded by strangers I thought were my friends. Found myself further and further from my home, and I guess I lost my way. I rode so many roads, I was living to run and running to live. Never worried about pain or even how much I owe. Moving 8 miles a minute for months at a time, breaking all the rules that were then. I began to find myself searching for shelter again and again. Against the wind, little something against the wind. I found myself seeking shelter against the wind.
left my home in Norfolk, Virginia, California, on my mind. Straddled that Greyhound and rode him in the Raleigh and on across Carolina. Hadn't more the trouble to turn it to a struggle halfway across Alabama. Well, the hound broke down and left us all stranded in downtown Birmingham. Well, right away upon me a through train ticket right across Mississippi clean. I was on that midnight flyer out of Birmingham, smoking in a New Orleans. Somebody help me get out of Louisiana, just help me get to Houston town. There are people there who care a little about me and I won't let me pull more down. Hey. Sure, sure, boy, they bought me a silk suit and put luggage in my hand. And I woke up high over Albuquerque on a jet to the promised land. Working on a T-bone steak, on a Cardiff flying over to the Golden State. When the pilot told us in 13 minutes he would set us at the terminal gate. Swing low chariot, come down easy, taxi to the terminal zone. Cut your engines and cool your wings and let me make it to the telephone. Los Angeles, give me Norfolk, Virginia, Tidewater, 41009. Then the folks back home, this is the promised land, cause then the poor boys on the line. Working on a T-bone steak, on a Cardiff flying over to the Golden State. When the pilot told us in 13 minutes he would set us at the terminal gate. A swing low chariot, come down easy, taxi to the terminal zone. Cut your engine and cool your wings and let me make it to the telephone. Los Angeles, give me Norfolk, Virginia, Tidewater, 41009. And the folks back home, this is the rubber band rolling and the poor boys on the line.
Right, Past Eddie?
We are back on, Buller.
It's been a good show, Past Eddie, and I'd like to say I appreciate you coming back on here. You've been gone, what, 2 years?
2 years.
Just getting a little vacation there.
Had a little vacation, a good vacation.
And, but I really think our show's going to, I think we had a good show today. We had a good caller, and
everyone trying to get somebody filled with the racing series.
It's just
at least one a week, you know, we're going to get. Next week we've got Sarge. His first name's Bill.
I mean, he's going to whoop on wheels.
Yeah, and he's with John Hunter Nemechek. He's coach driver. He drives the coach for John.
You know, if I said you just can't get one of them things just take off like it's more to it than that.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
I just don't drive for NASCAR.
Yeah, driving them big coaches. You know, you got. I tell you what, it's a job.
Yeah, and then when he gets there, he's got to clean it up. He's got to do the cooking, and he's got a big job.
Do the cooking?
Yeah, he does all the cooking for them.
Well, I wouldn't do it then, because I'm not going to cook.
Yeah, I ain't here. That's why I don't do it.
But anyway, we want to thank everybody for listening, and tune in Monday evening for the Edward Hour.
Oh yeah, the Edward Hour is a good show.
And then Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday is Morning Job with Jeff and Tom. And they always got a good show going. And I reckon Tom's going to broadcast a baseball game Monday and Tuesday, so I'll be sitting in here after the Edward Hour and listen to the Bradley game.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's there's a lot going on at Blue Radio Station. I don't know how many shows we got all together. I think I'm going to take a guess about 6 or 7, I think.
I don't know. You got... what's the ladies' show on there?
Morning Mimosas.
Yeah, that's on. Then you got a real estate show.
Yeah.
I've never got to listen to it.
I actually called in on it one time. I asked them, what's the 3 things you need to do before you buy a house?
Yeah.
And they was very knowledgeable.
What was the answers?
Well, it's been about 2 weeks ago, but he did tell me things you need to do before you buy a house.
Yeah.
I don't plan on buying a house. I just wanted to get their information, and but we do have a lot of good shows going on here on Whoop, and this is Saturday show here. It's Daniel Brantley does some promo for us, and he says you don't know what's going to go on. You just have to tune in and find out.
Well, that's right. I ain't ever seen that on here, but I know you say it plays.
I've actually heard it. I heard it last week about 3 or 4 times, and
but I'm working on this opening and closing deal. When the guy gets it all done, I don't know when he's going to get it done, but we're going to sell on out of here. It's midday.
Yeah, we're going to go out with Rocky Top.
All right. Good luck. See you all next Saturday on Saturday mornings at Past Stadium Bullet.
Originally, it's written by Boudleaux and Felice Brown about a beautiful spot just out of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And on February the 15th, 1982, this song was voted by the General Assembly of Tennessee as one of their official state songs, and we were very fortunate to be the first group to have the first record on this. And since then, it's been recorded over 100 times. And we look back on dear old Rocky Top.